Marcus, great to chat. The first of our quarterly reviews. I think fans will have seen the one with Director of Football Alan Steele just a few days ago. So this is the first one with yourself. And first of all, in your role as CEO at Forest Green Rovers, how have you found it so far?
I've loved it. Yeah, loved it. I think probably the three words that summarise it are fun, challenging and exciting. It's a fun place to be. It's a fun industry to be part of. It's challenging. There's clearly a lot of variables in football that we can't control, but there's plenty we can. And exciting because this is a club that's going places, and it's great to be part of that.
And we did some introduction stuff when you first joined the club over on the website, but it's a culture change for yourself. Obviously, working in England, working in football. If you can tell us a little bit about your background before coming to Forest Green.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer by trade, so went through law school back in New Zealand. It's where I met my wife as well, which was a nice place to be. And look, I've spent the last 20 years in and around sport, mostly in New Zealand. So I've worked for New Zealand Rugby League, Sport New Zealand, and my most recent role in sport was running 2 international tennis tournaments in the lead-in to the Aussie Open, which was pretty awesome. And I've been asked about this a lot. And there's quite a few crossovers between tennis and football. Everything from professional athletes to playing surfaces to marketing, ticketing, people flow, everything in between. So I think all those experiences have led me here.
The role of CEO, what does it mean to you, and what does it sort of look like on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. Look, every day is different. We're a club with a purpose off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Winning is important, and at the end of the day, we are a professional football club, but we're also a platform for change. And we're in this unique position where we can influence people around us in a good way and really talk about things like the environment that are really important. So, every day is different for me, and that's part of the reason I love the job so much. As CEO specifically, look, my job is to give the team around me and the staff the tools they need to do the best job possible. I sort of describe it as I'm the conductor of the orchestra, if you like. I don't necessarily play any instruments, but I just keep the wheels turning.
I think as well, some fans will look at CEO and DOF and these titles and get confused. So just for fans, because we're doing this with Alan as well, how does your role differ from Alan's?
Yeah. So Alan spends all the money, and I try and bring it in so he can spend it. Nah, just joking. But no, look, I mean, Alan is on the pitch, and everything off the pitch sort of sits with me. So Alan's working with the academy and the first team and the women's team as well, off the pitch around match day, marketing, community engagement, all of those things that sits with me.
You've got this great background in all different types of sports, but what's it been like working in football? How have you found it so far?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing, and the football is such a passionate sport over here. You see it when you're over in New Zealand, like you watch the games on TV, you hear about it, but then you actually come here and you go to a match day, or you go around and you talk to the fans, and the passion and the love they have for the sport and for the club, it's next level.
How invested have you become? Because we've seen you at some away games, and I'm sitting here with yourself on match days, and you really go through the emotions. So how have you found it sort of so far on a match day?
Yeah. I try and play it cool. I try and sit there and not get excited, but then we knock in a goal, and I can't help myself. I'm someone that throws myself into jobs, 100%. And coming here, you can't help but get swept up in the passion and the emotion of the football club and of the fans. And I've loved every second of it, the ups, the downs. It feels like this club is really going places, and being part of that special. Hopefully the fans can feel that we're going special places as well. But I've really enjoyed walking around on match day and talking to fans. I try and get into the gym bar, I try and get into the green man, I try and get into the fan zone and just have a chat and just talk to people and do a lot of listening. I don't profess to have all the answers. It's been great. The fans have been really great to me. They've been really welcoming, and it's helped me settle in really quickly. And I love what we do here at the New Lawn. We're going to work on improving that in the next sort of the next few months, next few years. But I think what we do here is pretty cool, and I've been to a few match days, away match days, and I think what we do here is pretty good. It's pretty good in comparison, and we're committed to being better. But I think it's a pretty good starting point.
And how important is it for you to be approachable to the supporters on match day? Is that something you almost highlighted before you came into the role?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important that the fans who have been supporting this club for years and years feel like they've got a voice, feel like they're being listened to, and feel like they can approach me. Something that's common in New Zealand is you can go up to a CEO and knock on the door and have a chat no matter what your role is within the organisation. And I want that to happen here at Forest Green Rovers, not just with the staff, but with the fans as well. I want them to feel like I'm approachable. And so, I want to get out there and do a lot of listening because they've got some great ideas. And, already some ideas that they've come up with, we've implemented here. Whether it's menus or whether it's things we've done in the fan zone, some of those have come from fans. And that's amazing because it's those constant tweaks that we make to that experience will hopefully keep them coming back.
And what some fans probably don't realise is the sort of, I guess, backroom staff changes. So when you came in May, you would have inherited some staff, but some new roles have been created as well. I just wonder if you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I think first and foremost, we've got some really great people here at FGR. The first thing I noticed when I came to the club was how much people cared. It was the thing I was looking for. In fact, I wanted to make sure that the staff cared about the club, they cared about the fans, they cared about where we were going, and that they cared about doing the best job possible. And I was really pleased when I came in and I met everyone and they were so positive and shared the ambitions for the club on and off the pitch, which was amazing. But since then, we've introduced some new roles. We've got a new head chef, Richard, who's been incredible. He wasn't even a vegan chef, but he's come in and he's picked it up really quickly and he's challenged the way we've done things from a food and beverage and hospitality point of view, which has lifted us to another level. We've brought in Jack in a marketing role. I think we've done a great job at providing information to our fans, but something I was very keen on is bringing fans closer to what we do. So getting their views heard and bringing them closer to us. So that's part of what Jack's going to do. And we've just brought on board Ian, who is going to be our head of match day and hospitality, and that's around just improving that match day experience overall for everyone that steps in the gates. People come here, have a great experience, and hopefully they come back again.